Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you very much, Leanne. Good morning to you and to your listeners.
Minister, a very serious issue that we're tackling this morning. Is the spate of child abuse a symptom of a bigger problem in society?
Leanne, what research has told us is that more people are reporting the cases of abuse right now. But also, I must say that we are having a problem, because in some of the situation, you find out that it's the parents of the children that kill them. But also, I think our communities don't know, more particularly young people, don't know that there are other avenues that you can use if you think you are not ready to be a parent. The issues of adoption is one other issue. Placement of the child whilst looking for accommodation. Foster care, which is also very up. The number of children that are fostered presently is more than 500,000.
Yeah.
And also, there are thousands and thousands of South Africans who have adopted children. And because in our nature, we don't have to register our children if we adopt them, or children of our relatives. But that's adoption, but it's not formalized. So what we are trying to do is to mobilize parents who think they have the capacity to adopt children to do so.
Yeah, you know, when we look at this alarming increase of children being murdered, being raped, being beaten to a pulp. I hate using statements like that. But what else is the Department of Social Development doing on this stance? Because, or your stance on this particular issue, what is it?
The stance of the government in this is that it can never be tolerated, and that communities must report such matters to the government, more particularly because this takes place in our neighborhood. It's very rare that a child is killed by a stranger. It's usually someone from the neighborhood, father, stepfather, uncle, brother, or whoever, but it's done by people that are close to us. The government formed an IMC last year to look into the issues of violence against women and children. And that committee has come up with a program of action. And it needs communities as well as NGOs to work on such issues.
Yeah.
But also there are other systems that the government has brought on board in order to fight poverty, because there are those that believe that this is caused by poverty and patriarchy. So we have social assistance in social development, so as to ensure that mothers don't feel obliged to stay in abusive relationships because they want to have money, or they want money for survival.
Minister,
yes?
Sorry, I have to interrupt you because we are running out of time, and I appreciate there is so much being done. But I imagine that there are also partnerships with other departments, because, you know, when one looks at the situation, I mean, there's drugs, there's unemployment, there's lack of education, there's so much when it comes to the scourge of abuse in a situation. And I'm being told to wrap this interview, but is that what's happening? Are there partnerships within government departments to try and work together to get rid of this?
Yes, and there are partnerships. The Interministerial Committee has, for instance, health, education, home affairs, and justice and the police.
Yeah.
Because we want to come up with a coordinated program.
Okay.
Because without a coordinated program, you won't be able to do anything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I also would like to say that already departments are working on these matters. The police have been working very hard, and the Ministry of Justice announced that the cases of abuse are going to be given priority. And but also, Leanne, I think it's important for our communities, more particularly parents of children, to ensure that they protect them, because the first line of defense for a family member is the family.
Certainly.
So those are the most important things that our communities must understand. And it's good that we are busy with the amendments of the Children's Act.
Good. Okay.
And those are the issues that we need to put in, because issues of parenting are already there.
All
but
right.
Responsibility and action by government needs to be in the Children's Act, amended one, as well as regulations.
Minister, we have to leave it there, but thank you so much for being with us here on Morning Live. That was Bathabile Dlamini, who is the Minister of Social Development here in South Africa, joining us from our KwaZulu-Natal studios. All right, we're really running into sporting time. Sorry, Valen, I really do apologise, but let's get some sports news from you.
Thank you very much, Leanne. A very good morning to you. Springbok coach Henk Meyer has selected 4 uncapped players and recalled some Springbok stalwarts to his 32-man squad for November's